Hi, this is Oliver, and welcome back to Learning Literatures with Oliver. Today, I am going to share with you to guide you how to use the literatures for your studying, for your learning, to be more effective in doing that. So let's get started to see how it's going. About the using literatures, first we have to go deep into the introductions. What is the literatures and their purpose? The purpose of this art of this is actually to provide some guidance through the wealth of available materials and support to provide a platforms for sharing ideas and experiences and to explore some areas that are at the cutting edge of what is, for many teachers, the most powerful instrument in their school bag. Literature is a tool for language learning. Clay. Literatures in ELT. The use of literatures in ELT classrooms is enjoying the revival for a number of reasons. Having formed part of traditional language teaching approaches, literature has become less popular when the language teaching and learning started to focus on the functional use of language. However, the role of literatures in ELT classrooms has been reassessed, and many now view literally text as providing rich linguistic input, effective stimuli for students to express themselves in other language, and a potential source of learner motivation. On this science, you can find a range of literary texts and supporting classroom material. The breadless pages. What do you mean by literature? John McRae distinguished between literatures with a capital L and classical texts, e.g., Shakespeare, Dickens, and literatures with a small I, which is referred to popular fictions, fables, and story lyrics. The literatures used ELT classroom today is no longer restricted to canonical texts from the certain countries, but includes the work of writers from a diverse range of countries and cultures using different forms of English. Literally, text can be studied in the original forms, or in simplified and simplified or abridged versions. An increasing number of stories in English are written specifically for learner of other languages. The types of literary text can be studied in science or and as our ELT classroom includes. We got the short stories, the poems, the novels, plays, and last one is the song lyrics. What year's literature is the ELT's classrooms? Literally, text provides opportunities to motive sensorial classroom experience and can appeal to learner with different learning style. Text can be supplemented by audio text, music CDs, film clips, podcasts, other which enhance even further and richness of the sensory inputs the student received. Literary texts offer a rich source of linguistic input and can help learners to practice the four skills: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. In addition to exemplifying grammatical structures and presenting new vocabularies, literatures can help learners to develop their understandings of other cultures, awareness of differences, and to understand and to develop tolerance and understandings. And at the same time, literary texts can deal with universal themes such as love, war, and loss that are not always covered in the sanitized world of course books. Literary texts are representational rather than referentials. Referential language communicates at only one level and tends to be informational. The representational language is literally text involve the learner and engage emotion, as well as the cognitive faculties. Literally works help learners to use their imaginations, enhance their empathies for others, and leads them to develop their own creativity. They also give students the chance to learn about literally defines that occur in other genres, such as advertising. Literature's lessons can lead to public displays or of students' efforts through poster of student creations, poem stories, or through performance of plays. So for a variety of linguistics, cultural, and personal growth reasons, Literally, text can be more motivating than the re- referentials ones often used in classroom. What are some of the challenges to be faced when using literature in the classroom? Literary text can present teachers and learners with a number of difficulties, including text selection. Texts need to be chosen that have relevance and interest to learner. Linguistic difficulties. Texts need to be appropriate for the level of the student's comprehension. Length. Shorter texts may be easier to use within the class time available, but longer texts provide more contextual details and development of characters and plot. Cultural difficulties. Text should not be so culturally dense the outsides feel exclude from the understanding of essential meaning. Cultural appropriacy. Learners should not be offended by textual contents. Staff and Mally stress that teachers can cope with many of the challenges that literally text present. If they ask a series of questions to assess the suitabilities of text for any particular group of learners. Usage search. Is the subject matter likely to interest this group? Is the language level appropriate? Is the right length for the time available? Does this require much cultural and literally background knowledge? It is culturally offensive in any way. Can this be easily exploited for language learning purposes? How can literary text can be used? Teachers can explore literary text in a large number of ways in the classroom. Classroom work in literary works may involve pre-reading tasks, interactive work on a context, and follow-up activities. Provenance provides some useful advice, maximize pre-reading support, and teachers can introduce the topic or theme of the text, pre-teach essential vocabulary items, and use production tasks to arouse the interest and curiosities of students. Minimize the extent to which the teacher disturbs students' reading. Draw attention to stylistic peculiarity. Peculiarity helps students to appreciate the ways that writers use language to achieve particular effects. Provide frameworks for critical response. Invite learners to step into the shoes of the writers to influence them to modify and extend or add to a text. And the rest of the sections, you will find ways in which we can develop our ability to use literature to get ELT classrooms through reading articles and books, attending workshops and courses, visiting websites, and joining special interest groups and discussion forums.